We're here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I am representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.
Hey everyone, it's Austin, the Community Engagement Manager with Gold Star Gamers, here with Loki, our Stream Team Manager, welcoming you to Episode 6 of Gold Star Gamers Cup with our friends over at USAA. Tonight we've got another exciting Marvel Rivals matchup as 2 of the USAA teams battle it out. We've got Beaver Rivals and Smoky and the Good Boys tonight, so we're going to be seeing some awesome stuff going on there. We've also got our casting duo, Anova and Confusion, joining us to bring you every big play throughout tonight's match. So without further ado, let's hand it over. Anova and Confusion, episode 6 underway. Let's get it on.
All right, thanks Austin for the intro. All right, we're going to start off with introducing Beaver Rivals tonight. We got Dre, their captain, Wobbledy Dobbledy on flex, Jason E-Rank Woo on damage, Yiva also on damage, Zach, the big 501 on support, Isabel, the marble woman on support, Jacob J Vega 210 on tank, and Faye Klein, their sub, is going to be tanking today. And my co-host tonight, Sid, Such Confusion, making his streaming debut for the Gold Star Gamers channel. Sid, you want to introduce the other team and take it away here?
Yep. So on the other team, we have Smoky and the Good Boys. Their captain, one of your casters, Noelle. His name is Will. They have Christian Sanchez, Nooga Booga. Watch out for him as he's going to be diving the enemy team. They have Emmanuel Collingwood on Not the Feds, playing the tank role. They have Jared on Sauce Boss. He's a flex. They have Benjamin, username CD Soup, and Philip, PI Phenomenal, on support. They also have Stephen Boya Steve on support. That's the full roster.
All right. And we're going to get the game going rather quickly tonight. No pre-game interviews from our captains tonight. We're going to get straight into gameplay. Sid, what are you expecting from this team? I know you've played a little bit against both these teams, maybe less so for Beaver Rivals, but what can you talk about for Smoky and the Good Boys, how they're coming in tonight?
I'm excited to see what Nooga Booga is going to be doing today. So I want to see what dive picks he's going to go, whether he's going to go poke or dive. I really want to see where he's going to be, what angle he's going to be looking on, depending on what the map is. So the map's really going to influence what he's going to be picking in these matchups. So let's see what they pick on the draft as it goes on over here.
Absolutely. And you're wondering if, some of the other teams, if they haven't played Intercosa, they haven't played against Smoky and the Good Boys, if they've been watching the previous streams, kind of getting a lay of their character alignment, their rosters for these games, and seeing what they're going to come out and ban, or if they're just going to go and ban what the meta is in the game right now. I feel like there's always a good balance between those two.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the first... Oh, and they banned Bucky. That's obviously for Noelle. He's known to play Bucky a lot, so looks like they're respecting that and banning Bucky here. Smoky and the Good Boys are banning Phoenix in return. I think YVA is known to play that character, so that seems to be a ban for that. They saved Emma Frost, so looks like they're saving Noelle's character since one of his other mains got banned out.
Yeah, always good to get the Phoenix ban out, whether they play it or not. She's such a strong character right now, and yeah, especially with Bucky going down, they got to save that Emma, and also getting Groot out of there too. I always hate playing against a Groot, especially with your team, Sid. So it's always a good pick.
Yep, looks like they're banning White Fox. I'm going to take a guess and say they're banning White Fox so they can make an easier dive on the enemy backline here, because White Fox is known to be good at the counter dive. So
absolutely, it seems like they're taking a while to figure out their savior. They're picking Moon Knight. Yeah, Sauce Boss, he's been doing an awesome job on Moon Knight for the entire tournament. There's no surprise there why they saved that one.
That probably also explains the Groot ban. The Groot Moon Knight combo is also very strong. So
exactly. All right, we got a Punisher save here. No surprise too. If anyone's been watching the streams, Punisher is always a good play into any combo. So good for them to save that there in the last.
And that's a new character, Cyclops, being banned by that side. I guess we won't be seeing him in the first match here.
Could make all the difference.
Have you played a little bit of Cyclops with the new season, Sid? Have you gotten to play with him or against him?
I have not had as much experience with Cyclops, but he looks absolutely terrifying, and I can understand why he's been banned in this game here.
Absolutely, yeah. He's one of those characters where, if you get trapped in a Strange or a Groot ult and you're all in one spot, it's pretty much a team wipe if they get a good group off. So a pretty balanced combo here. Interested to see what E-Rank Wu, their captain, is going to do on Spider-Man here. I always hate playing against a Spider-Man.
We have a dive versus dive here. We have Noga Bugga on the Daredevil, and we have E-Rank Wu on Spider-Man, so it's going to be dive versus dive. I want to see if they find themselves on the off angles and if they're going to be 1v1ing in the side, or if they're just going to ignore each other and just go for the enemy backline. Interesting to see what happens here.
Interesting to see Christian on Daredevil on defense too. Not usually what you'd see on a defensive pick, but man, his Daredevil can slot into any situation.
5, 4, 3,
Looks like I see a Strange portal.
1. You have to stop them.
Let's see, they might be. Okay. Looks like they're just walking down. They have double shield tank here on the red team, so that's Wobblebee and.
So Beaver Rivals kind of choosing to go down main here, kind of force their way through, and E-Rank Wu has done a good job getting that rocket beacon out. I know the rocket revive is something that's really plagued us. When you get a good pick on someone right away, they get that rocket revive. There's just a lot of
Spider-Man tries to go in for a pick here on the backline, but fails to finish them off, and he's back with his team. They're also playing the Nomura, so I can understand if it's difficult for Noga Bugga to find an angle here to... Oh, and Spider-Man gets a pick on the Moon Knight. That's a big pick here. They should be pushing in.
Yeah, I feel like, Beaver Rivals, if they're going to win this game, they got to attack early and often, get those picks quick before they can, get rocket revives or reset. Looks like they got 2 picks here coming out, 3 picks.
3 picks.
So a good push from Beaver Rivals out of the gate.
This is going to be the point taken here. I don't think they can come back and defend this in time.
Unless they can get a really quick Strange portal off, but I don't think they're going to get it out.
Yeah.
So just like that, a couple.
So I don't think that's going to be happening. Yeah.
It looks like the Spider-Man's making a bunch of impact starting out here in this game, and a quick first capture for Beaver Rivals.
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Looks like Noga Bugga has pivoted from the dive, and he's gone Nomura to counter the Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah. They're gonna have to make really quick adjustments
here. Ult here. He's trying to get some picks with the Emma ult here. Doesn't find anything. Found the Magneto with the grab. Strange ult.
Oh, and a big Strange ult.
2 picks.
And Beaver Rivals, they've got some great synergy, some great ult coordination to start out here. And that looks like 3 picks out of the second point, so making some great progress here to start the game.
Yeah, they've just been moving and moving. They haven't stopped. They keep getting pick and keeps rolling into them pushing almost halfway through this first point now.
Yeah, it seems like Smoky and the Good Boys had a good defensive strategy they were practicing. They had to really pivot, and I think they're gonna
gets grabbed.
Big ult by no more. We're gonna see if Smoky and the Good Boys can kind of settle in and get adjusted here.
Spider-Man finds 2 picks. He does get traded, but that's the fix for...
Yeah, finally gets picked off by the Namor, but man, Strange and Spider-Man are just doing some crazy damage for Beaver Rivals to start out this game.
Looks like Smoky and the good boys have used Cloak and Dagger ult to hold them on the last point over here, and they get a pick. Maybe they can hold them here. They're also using Elsa ult here. That finds another pick.
Oh, what an incredible ult by that Elsa Bloodstone. And we faced a couple of those in our game, and they were not fun to go against.
3 picks with the Elsa ult, huge.
Oh, what a shot. Some great work by the Elsa Bloodstone. Sauce Boss, he's doing his thing.
Looks like they're gonna hold it here on the last point. Bit unfortunate for Beaver Rivals here. If they had capped that out, they would have had a huge time differential for the last point right there.
Yeah, it looks like Beaver Rivals, they were making some great progress. Looks like they've got yet another Strange ult in the barrel. I'm wondering if they can, maybe combo that with a healing ult to get them, the last couple feet they need for this point. Seems like Christian's walking awful quietly over there in the corner. He's trying not to get seen. There goes the rocket ult from Beaver Rivals. Let's see if they can push here. Maybe get a Strange. Oh, it looks like Strange was canceled, actually.
Looks like they're forking them from 2 sides. They have the Spider-Man and the Namor attacking them on the off angle, and they have the rest of their team on main. But it isn't working out for them since the people on main got picked off already, and now it's just the 2 DPS on the off angle are also falling back towards their base now.
It looks like Smoky and the Good Boys were not fooled with that 2-leveled attack there from both sides. Took care of him pretty swiftly. Noelle with some fantastic smackdowns there with Emma.
Smoky and the good boys have really killed the momentum here for Beaver Rivals. They were really pushing them and kept rolling the kills into more kills, but once they got stopped on that last point here, they haven't really gotten back into that pushing the fix for Beaver Rivals over here.
Absolutely, that's really the sign of a good team. If you get punished quick, you got to make a split-second decision on team swaps and combinations. Looks like they've done a great job there. Lots of ults coming out here. Looks like Strange got a big ult, but it's not going to do enough.
Yeah, no, does find the Strange, finds the Punisher. I think that's going to be a wipe for Smoky and the good boys, wiping Beaver Rivals right here.
Yeah, Christian Squids are just going to work on the side there, and another clean wipe on defense by Smoky and the Good Boys. Yeah, it seems like they stumbled a little bit on defense starting out. This Namor Elsa Bloodstone combination they switched to is completely shutting down anything Beaver Rivals is wanting to do here.
Looks like Elan Gu has swapped off his Spider-Man and is playing the Punisher now. He's going back to standard front to back double shield. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage here. Goes back to 1 health, but they have the Punisher ult here.
They saved that Punisher for a reason. I'm hoping they can get value here.
Punisher ult.
Looks like a rocket and Punisher ult. They got to shoot that rocket ult on the other team to get pushed through here.
Finds one.
Gets 1 pick. They're doing a good job shielding and getting through. They got to get more picks on this ult.
That's the Elsa Bloodstone ult. Finds 2 of them.
And that seems to be the theme here in this game. They make a really good push, and Elsa ult just goes through, picks off 2 or 3 of them, takes them to the backline, and they're all dead.
Yeah, it's a really strong ult into these coordinated teams since it just mispositions your entire team. That's a Namor ult, and that gets to... They survived that, actually.
Man, it seems like Beaver Rivals, they're 10 seconds here, running out of time. They got to make a push. Looks like the Cloak ult, and and that's it. They don't even get to get an ult off. Well,
get to touch the point, yeah. That was...
Man, so what did you see there? So it looks like Beaver Rivals was absolutely humming there for maybe 2-3 minutes to start out. They were getting every single pick. What do you think? What do you think changed? Was it the Namor Elsa swap?
Yeah, I think it's one of the things obviously is that they're shutting down the dive. That was really an issue for them. The Spider-Man was picking off their backline, getting those picks to get the ball rolling, and once they get the ball rolling, I think Beaver Rivals capitalizes on that really well. So they're trying to stop the momentum from really building for Beaver Rivals here. I think they did that successfully. A lot of huge Elsa ults there. It's that pulling the entire front line of the other team towards your team is a huge value that you get with Elsa ult, and they're really using that well in this game here.
And kind of interesting to see on defense here. looks like in the same way that Smoky and the Good Boys had kind of a dive defense comp with Venom and Spider-Man. I'm wondering how quickly Beaver Rivals will have to switch off that, or if maybe that's going to work for them on defense.
Can't be that old.
Astral projection makes me feel.
Yeah, again, I didn't see much of an interaction between the Daredevil and the Spider-Man, but one of the things about Daredevil is you'll be able to see that a Spider-Man is coming for your team, so you might be able to 1v1 him. But we'll see what happens in this game.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Seems like Smoky and the Good Boys are going wide left here, and it looks like they're getting a portal off.
They're using the shield here to block any possible stuns. The Spider-Man might try pulling here.
I can hear them getting closer.
Smoky and the Good Boys doing some good body blocks, and they get the portal off. Instantly getting the rocket ult, or the rocket beacon down, sorry. Let's see if they can get some quick picks here.
Looks like the Venom went in on their front line, but didn't get much value here, so he needs to back up.
Strange putting in some work. It takes a lot of finesse to get those teleports off right. They're doing a great job.
Getting the beacon, yeah.
Looks like Christian on Daredevil getting two, three picks here. If they don't get a portal off, that might do it for this first point.
That was a very quick run.
Yeah, Venom trying to stay on, do all he can to stall and get some more time for his team to come back, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for Beaver Rivals here on defense.
Yeah, I think once the Daredevil is standing on top of you, it's a bit too late for you to start spacing.
It's a little too late for anyone. If you're a healer or squishing the back line,
they immediately swapped the thing to counter the Daredevil, so let's see if that helps. They have Thing Magic now versus the Daredevil, so... Oh, he swapped off Daredevil as well, so now it's Punisher versus Thing Magic. It's a good swap, I think. Swapping from Daredevil to Punisher into the Thing should really be a good counter pick here. Magic is dead. They do get a 1-for-1 here on Noelle on the Emma, but oh, the res there, so it's a 1-for-0 because of the rocket beacon.
Yeah, those rocket beacons are proving to be very valuable here on both sides of the match here. And Smoky and the Good Boys with some really quick picks. That Punisher shotgun and Noelle's beam are just cutting right through everybody.
Yeah, Thing is not what you want to play into an Emma and a Punisher. You will get mowed down before you're even in punching distance of them, so...
Yeah, I feel like they made that pick for
the... do have ult. Yeah, they made that pick for Daredevil, and Smoky and Good Boys are a fast swap to what they need to swap to.
You kind of have to make that tough decision. Do you swap off with ult or, stick it out?
Yeah.
The last gas here for Beaver Rivals.
Blowing all the ults, that's strange ult.
Huge strange ult. And then Christian just comes in and cleans up with a shotgun, and that is easy, light work for game one for Smoky and the Good Boys.
Once you get the momentum going, once you start making the picks, it's just hard to stop any of these teams from capping the game out, yeah.
So a really fantastic push by Beaver Rivals to start this game. Looks like they were going to get hot and move through, but, Smoky and the Good Boys, to their credit, they made their swaps, made their picks, did a great job adjusting, and they held that momentum for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's good swaps from Smoky here. I think they should have, Beaver Rivals should have swapped off of the Thing there as well, that he got picked off a couple times there just because he was trying to counter a non-existent dive once they swapped off. So I think the swaps are really what made that round, if not for the good Elsa ults.
If we could get the stat card a little bit larger, we'll see how this game ended up. Without seeing it though, Sid, it looks like Christian might have gotten quite a few final hits with that shotgun Punisher there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to take a look at the scorecard here, but
one of those games where you probably you'd have to look at the scorecard if you're watching how the game was going. Noelle, Christian, especially with those Elsa Bloodstone ults from Smoky and the Good Boys, they were just cutting through and turning them back.
Noelle got the MVP there with most damage and most elims as well, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Noelle's Emma doesn't get the credit it deserves all the time. He's kind of in the background, but man, Noelle was a menace out there, getting some really good control and some space on tank. Fantastic job from them, and I think Beaver Rivals, hopefully they can take what they had in that first part of that push and hopefully, keep it going for the second game. They're going to have to, or they're going to have a quick exit here in game 2.
Yeah, now we can see that why they banned the Bucky and saved the Emma, because you're either going to have to play against Noelle Bucky or Noelle Emma, and that's really tough to play against.
And just looking back too, looks like both teams had pretty good heals throughout the match. There's nothing much you can do with some good final hits and some good ult combinations, and looks like Smoky and the Good Boys are very coordinated there. Always a point to see. We'll see if they mix up the ban save structure for game 2 after seeing from game 1. And we start off with a Groot ban from Beaver Rivals.
I want to see what Smoky's going to first save now. Are they going to first save the Emma or the Bucky here?
We might get to see Noelle on Bucky here for the first time maybe this tournament. So
yeah,
we'll see if they maybe save it and let him have some fun, go crazy. No, they're going to keep him on Emma, keep the comp the same.
Yep, that makes sense. They already have Sauce Boss and Nugga doing a great job on the DPS. So it looks like looks like Beaver Rivals saved Bucky instead. So I guess Eli Wu is a Bucky player. So
they're going to give Will some options here.
Yeah, let's see if he's going to stick to the Emma and try closing this out, or if they're going to try the Bucky now that it's open.
Ooh, and a strange ban. I don't mind that at all.
No portals this game, I guess.
The strange play for both teams was really excellent, especially for, Smoky and the Good Boys getting those demoralizing strange ults, just wiping on those points.
They're also keeping it consistent with the bans here from Smoky and the Good Boys. They're banning White Fox now.
And she's incredibly strong here, especially, defending against dive. And a save for Magneto. No surprise there. Keeping their tanks pretty consistent, especially with the ban of the Strange. They got to keep one of those tanks on one of their mains.
Groot ban, Strange ban. They got to keep one for... I think not the Feds is the Groot and Strange player, so I guess that save was for him, maybe.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see what we get with the last ban here and finish it out. Get going with game 2, and a Namor ban is interesting.
I guess that's what they think was the issue with the counterpick Namor for the Spider-Man player, so that this might help them dive the backline more easily. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
Interesting to see what Christian goes here. Looks like he, was thinking about starting the Cyclops. Seeing Namor banned might change his mind here to go some dive. We'll see what they decide.
Yeah, he still hasn't locked in his character here, so looks like they are playing the Bucky though, so that's gonna be a fun one to watch. They're playing triple support, Bucky, solo tank.
I know Will over there is happy to play some Bucky. He might have to dust it off. It's been banned for a long time in this tournament, but we're gonna see Will have some fun here, hopefully on our screens.
Welcome to the Dark Force dimension.
We're gonna see why it's banned, I guess.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
It is gonna be a Bucky mirror match, so may the better Bucky win.
Yes. Always good to see a good Bucky to Bucky duel. Looks like a little bit of a full team switch up for Beaver Rivals here with Tank Pool, and they're trying to run some Elsa Bloodstone of their own on their side. They kind of saw Sauce Boss get a couple of those really great ults, and maybe they're thinking that's the answer and they need to solve their push here.
2, 1.
It's interesting. I am interested to see what kind of Deadpool tank pool he's going to be playing. So if you guys don't know, the tank pool plays very differently, so he has to upgrade his abilities. He starts off very weak and then gets stronger as the game goes on. So if they're not able to make a consistent push here, he won't be able to upgrade his abilities and he won't be as strong going into the game. So the first couple of pushes are really important for Deadpool to scale up into being a real character.
A really good hook by Will out the gate here. I think that's something we're going to see pretty consistently from their side. A lot of the Beaver Rivals players are going to get snatched up and pulled into the back line.
Looks like
Tankful here has already got ult.
Oh, he ulted.
Let's see if Beaver Rivals can make a push here.
Oh, he's doing an upgrade now, looks like. Oh. Emma got picked out as the Deadpool was trying to upgrade his abilities. They do have the Bucky ult here. been a lot of damage being put on. Oh, that's a hook onto the... He got bubbled. Good mag bubble there on the person who got hooked.
The Beaver Rivals really has to look at Will and Noelle when he starts his ult. You've got to take him down or he's going to get 3 or 4 of your teammates. And Will with a great ult. It looks like he's still going. Some fantastic Viking play with him.
They also do have the Cyclops ult here, so we're gonna have to see how the Cyclops ult's here.
We have to wait for maybe a near a hallway to line them all up and see if Cyclops can knock them down. Interesting to see if Christian's going to take an off angle here, maybe get behind him and pop that ult.
Oh. There you go, they have the support ult from Beaver Rivals here.
Looks like this is the push that Beaver Rivals is wanting to make. Their Cloak and Dagger was able to get back before their mag was able to take them down.
That's
they got to make their
Cyclops
push right here.
Ult, Luna ult, Bucky ult, and Rocket ult from Smoky and the Good Boys. They'll have to win this fight out since that's like all their ults. And Bucky ult just takes the entire fight. He's
Rivals
ults
is
every fight this game. Like
they are finding out why Bucky has been banned so often in this tournament for Noelle. He's having a little bit of fun here.
Smoky and the Good Boys still has one of their support ults available, and Beaver Rivals has a Rocket ult. And the ult we're seeing right here, is it pulled back? No, it isn't. Okay.
And kind of
I think he's going to be going and swapping characters now.
Yeah, a little bit of a contrast here, trying to get that Bloodstone to work, but nothing is really getting through the armor of Smoky the Good Boys.
Looks like they swapped their Bucky player from Uranku over to Beaver right here.
Tankful seems like he's, doing a decent job staying alive, getting into the backline, getting out, but just not able to get the coordination, get some picks to push this cart forward here.
Yeah, Beaver Rivals just trying to sustain here as Smoky and the Good Boys support ult wears off. They're going in with the thing here. See if the thing is able to... Oh, and then Noelle on the Bucky finds a pick on the supports. This should be a bit... Oh, Cyclops ult finds 2!
My goodness.
Bucky ult to finish them off. That's 1. 3 picks. 4 picks.
And what a disgusting combination of DPS play there.
Absolutely crazy ults. I think Noelle on Bucky has had Bucky ult every single fight this match.
He is clicking heads for sure. Oh, and there goes another one. That was a headshot. What a good shot by Noelle. And I don't know what you do here to swap off.
Luna ult is going in to try and get them to the point. The mag ult kills both of them, and that's...
Oh my goodness.
That's the round. They got close to capping out the first point there, so Smoky and the Good Boys will just have to get it over to how far they push the payload, which they should be able to do considering the time that they have. Let's see how the second round goes.
Finally get through the Cyclops ult, you rotate through the Winter Soldier ult, and then when you try and get something going with the Luna ult, you have Magneto just come right in and dunk on your team. I definitely have been there before. This is going to be a very tough hold for Beaver Rivals. We'll see if they can pull out a miracle here.
Yeah. It's also, I noticed it's the Magneto on Smoky and Good Boys doesn't die a lot, so that's pretty impressive for like being solo tank. So I guess the triple support is doing a good job keeping him alive, and they do enough DPS just on their own to warrant the single tank double DPS triple support comp here.
For sure, yeah. If you're running that solo tank, you gotta have a lot of trust in your healers to be coordinated with their ults, a lot of trust in your DPS to protect them and keep them up. It just seems like Smoky the Good Boy is very coordinated. They're running like a well-oiled machine here on defense, and we'll see if they can keep it up on offense.
Looks like they're not switching up. Wobble D, though, switched up onto the Mr. Fantastic here. So they're running Magneto solo tank, triple support, and Mr. Fantastic. This is
Noelle is just incredibly aggressive here, just getting right into the backline, taking some shots.
Already at 30% ult here. Both their DPS are. He's being very aggressive here, just walking forwards, push them out, get space for his team. Mag just following them up. Mr. Fantastic here is basically a second tank.
Sign of a really good Winter Soldier player. If you're able to cycle through your rotations, you don't have to reload at all. You're just working through, get an automatic clip, and Noelli's just humming right now.
That's another pick on. Oh, and he's ulting here. He got one pick again. Going for the second pick. Let's see if he gets another.
That cloak with a nice escape there, but
get one, but I don't think that's a reset for him. Yeah, no reset on the ult here. That does wipe their team though, so let's see.
And Sauce Boss just coming in on Luna and cleaning up. Let's see if Beaver Rivals can. Yeah, let's see if they
just through the entire team.
Yeah. Let's see if they can get someone to slide in here and maybe stall for a couple seconds, but it looks like Will's applying good pressure in the front line.
Yeah, it looks like the mag dies here, and that's their only tank, so it's going to be difficult for them to touch the point here before.
Oh, just so much offense coming from Smoky and the good boys.
They're not even letting them look at the payload. Forget about standing on the payload, and that's the game taken by Smoky and good boys.
And some really great play by Beaver Rivals. Just so much damage coming from the other side. It's tough to defend against that.
Yeah, it was a really well-coordinated push by Smoky and the good boys here. The game 1 defense looked a bit rough, but in game 2 they really had their defense locked down, and the offense for both teams was just excellent.
And Noelle here with the MVP to nobody's surprise. 15 final hits, 10 final hits from Christian, some fantastic damage from those two, and some good healing and tank play across the board for Smoky and the good boys. On the other side, Beaver Rivals, some good damage. They were able to, get out at some points, but it's just so tough with their coordinated efforts to, land kills, and that's really what you need to do against this team to disrupt them.
Yeah, I think Beaver Rivals here didn't have enough damage to push over the solo tank here, so yeah, they had to, when they were playing the triple support, they didn't have enough damage to really push through because they had the Mr. Fantastic instead of the Cyclops, so that was difficult to.
I'm getting worried that we're going to have Noelle, their team captain, come in and give us an interview. Will, can you hear us?
Will, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can't hear Alex.
We can work out our technical difficulties here.
I think.
Hold on 1 second. Will, can you hear us? Give him a few seconds here. He might be loading in.
Noelle, can you hear us now?
I can hear you, Sid, and I cannot hear Alex.
Okay. He can hear me, so let me. Alex might be muted here, so I know.
He's muted in Discord, yeah.
Well, if he can hear you, not me, you want to give him some questions here, Sid?
Yeah,
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
I have him unmuted now. Webinar casting, my bad boy.
Okay, so, well, the first thing I wanted to ask is when you decided, I noticed in the first game that you were playing Dive versus their Dive, and you switched Christian, and Christian had swapped from Dive into Poke Comp with playing Punisher or playing Namor. So I wanted to ask what the thought process behind that was.
So I kind of like don't get too hands-on with Christian, especially. I let him do his thing, so he just felt he wasn't getting the value. I think they did a good job of maybe not preventing him completely, but I think the Spider-Man especially was getting more value than he was at the point, at least at that time. So he kind of made the executive decision. I let him do what he wants, and it seemed to work out for us. So. Yeah. If it worked out, it was just a spur of the moment decision. Just say, hey, how's this game going? We think like the Spider-Man has caused us the biggest problems.
Yeah, I noticed you guys were fast with the swap, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
And I think I'm hooked in. Can you hear me now, Will?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Looks like you guys, Sid might have mentioned it. You stumbled a little bit on defense, but then you guys really settled in well. How did it feel to play Bucky there at the very end? It looks like you were having a bunch of fun.
Yeah. So as far as like the stumbling, I didn't know if it was us stumbling. It's just them having a great strategy and really catching us off guard. So props to them. Played well overall. But yeah, as far as the Bucky goes, man, it's like you're playing a different game, and it's much easier game. It's just so much fun. I really like playing Bucky. It's my favorite character, and just to be able to just shoot people because he's such a good character. And you just get to do so much, get the picks, get the ults rolling. So yeah, it just feels so good.
100%. And everybody was watching. There was high stakes on this game. As we all know, winner of this has a ticket to the Final Four. You guys punched it. How are you feeling for your team going in? It's going to be exciting to have you guys there on the 23rd.
Yeah. No, we're super excited. I mean, especially for Nugga myself and Pit Nominal, because Philip and I, for a little context, we were on the team last year. We got knocked out pretty early on, and same thing with Nugga. He was on a different team, but they got knocked out. So to be able to be there and actually participate this time is going to be huge, and we're feeling really good. We're actually kind of excited that we get to play the first round. So we just get to play all day if we do well, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's easy to get caught up in the game and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we just want to have a good time.
Absolutely, yeah. We are all really excited to have both of you guys and your team in the tournament. It's going to provide everybody a bunch of fun. We're going to have some great matches, and going to be a real excitement for everybody in the event.
Anything you're excited about for the new update that's coming out soon? Any team ups that you want to play?
Well, I haven't, we've just been practicing for the tournament, right? And then I've been so stressed out about trying to make it because I'm so excited about doing it. And now today I'm like, bro, I didn't even think until we all started streaming, I didn't even think about Marvel Rivals. I just took the day off. And one of my teammates, Sauce Boss, is traveling to Spain today, so we all kind of just we have not even talked about Marvel. We've all talked about the logistics of getting to San Antonio, but I will say I'm super excited about having Wall 24/7. That's huge. That's the only thing I know is that's going to be the case.
It's one of those scenarios.
So many changes. Go ahead.
Yeah, especially seeing the Bucky unbanned there. They can't ban both, and you're going to have your way one way or the other.
Yeah. So we didn't ban Bucky because I was like, well, if they're not banning him first, they're assuming that we would. They're changing the strategy, so they aren't going to ban him. So we just say, hey, why would I waste the ban? I want to keep them in the back pocket, if nothing else. So it just worked out for us in the end. But like I said before, they individually, we are definitely they're a great team. The sum of their parts was definitely, I don't know the phrase, I can't remember. The sum was greater than the parts. They have a great team, as is indicative of them making it so far, especially as they play together. So as you go down the tournament, not only the team's getting better individually, but they've had such time to play together that they're just really cohesive as a unit, and they had a good strategy and they adapted well. So major props to them, and they're good sports about everything too. So they're just a great team all around. So sad to see them go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've had tons of great competition across the board from all the teams this year. Seems like top to bottom, everybody is competitive. Everybody's having fun, raising some good awareness for Gold Star Gamers, which that's what everybody wants to see. So, Will, thank you for coming in. Great to see you guys punch your ticket to the Final Four, and we're excited to see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for doing this, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, later.
Yeah, we have one more game left for this knockout series, so that's going to be tomorrow, and that's going to be with Alta 4 versus Sinister 6, and that's go to the top 4 or go home. So one of the teams is going to go to the top 4, and one of the teams is going to not make it and be knocked out. So just like this game, it's going to be tomorrow. Alex, if you want to...
Yeah, another high-stakes match. Friday, we'll have to tune in. Everybody's going to be watching that match to see who gets the last spot in the Final Four. It's going to be an exciting match. And Sid, it's been awesome streaming with you today, making your debut. Did a fantastic job, and it was great having you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I think that wraps up for us. Everybody tune in tomorrow for the next episode, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you, everyone.
Today, we are here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I am representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.